Now, in today's video, what we're going to be going through is how to never have to kind of scratch your head and spend time thinking about what you're going to post about, coming up with content ideas, right? It's called content idea generation. And a lot of people waste a lot of energy and a lot of time there where they're like, I've got to do a post today. What am I going to post about? And they'll sit there for 5, 10, 20 minutes trying to think, I've got this idea, maybe that, and maybe this, and maybe that. And lo and behold, coming up with the idea takes longer than actually doing the content. So it almost like doubles the amount of time that you need to put in. And it's energy draining because you're thinking every single day. It's like how to cut all of that out. So literally you're like, I need to do a piece of content, for example, or I want to do a piece of content today. 2 seconds later, you've got the best idea. You never ever have to think again around it. And in addition to that, you will know that the content you're going to generate is going to engage your prospects. You're going to talk about exactly what they need, what they want help from, and they're going to engage more and how to get more leads out of it as well. Now, the simplest form and simplest format for this, and I do this with all of my clients now, it's what's called a survey siphon strategy, right? And this is proprietary to us. We've developed it over a couple of years and really nailed it. And ultimately, what it is a type of a post or a content or an email, right? And we've got the specific templates of the exact wording. Literally, you just cut and paste it and you put it out there. And what you do is you ask your market, right, for some help. There's two pieces to this, and it solves your content idea generation, and it actually can get you leads, right? Highly qualified leads. So it is what's called a covert promotion in a way, survey siphon. And what it is ultimately is you put this message out there on email or on your socials or whatever it might be, and you ask your prospects, what do they want to hear from you? What are their burning questions? Like if they were in a room with you right now, and they could ask 2 questions, what would they ask you, right? For example, that's one of the things. There's a couple other pieces to it. I won't go specifically through all of it. If you would like the template, reach out to me, chris@tribefit.co. Email me, or you can DM me on social media. Happily give you the template of this survey siphon. And ultimately what you do is you put it out there to the market and you ask for their help, right? And ultimately your job as a great coach is not to come up with ideas and think what your prospects want, think what your future clients want from you. It is to actually ask them and then deliver on that. Now, this does 2 things for you. It is so simple and so straightforward. You put it out there, you get them to tell you what they want, and then you literally have like, when you do it the right way, you send them over to a survey page, right? They fill out the survey, and all of their answers are saved. And I've got an example here, right? This is a very simple thing called Survey Monkey Wufoo. And there's another one, you can use Google Forms, whatever it might be. But what you can see here is I do this like every 2 months, every 3 months. I'll put out an email to my community or a social media post. And I've literally got, you'll see here, 166 responses. Now, I might have a bigger audience than you. You only need 10 or 20 responses, right? I get 166 ideas of people, 166 people telling me what they want to hear from me, what they would ask me if they were in a room with me and they had the ability to ask me 2 questions, or what they're struggling with most, what's their biggest challenge that they need to hurdle to get over that hurdle to move forward in their business. Like literally, like, what do they want to hear most from me? And what can I help them with most in terms of my content? I've got 166 sitting right there. Now, people who have a slightly smaller audience, you might get 10 responses, you might get 20 responses. You can do this every month, every 2 months. I do it every 3 or 6 months just because I've got a bigger audience and I get such a big response there. And literally when it comes content time, instead of sitting there and thinking, what am I going to do? I don't know if this idea is anyone's going to be interested in it or whatever. I literally just open the form, go from 166 and start from there. And then I'll do the next time I do a piece of content, it's 165, and I answer that one and answer that one and I just work my way down. And once I run out of ideas, I put this survey siphon out there again and I get another 160, 150, 30, 50, whatever it might be, right? And you can see how I use no time, no energy thinking up content ideas, right? So I leverage my time, and I it's not energy draining for me because I don't have to come up with the ideas. Now, second to that, not only do I not come up with the ideas and do I save a lot of time, right? And you know, I find it energy draining trying to come up with ideas all day, every day, right? I also know that when I answer do these pieces of content, answering those questions, exactly my prospects, my future clients, they want that from me. So not only do I not have to come up with ideas, I also know that when I put this out there, they're all going to hit the mark, right? They're all going to get the most engagement and give people the biggest help with what they need and be on point, right? Because there's nothing worse than spending time, coming up with a great idea, you create this piece of content and no one cares about it. That is a waste of your time, and really it's ineffective marketing, because your job as a coach is not to just guess and think what your tribe, your people want, is to ask them and deliver on that, right? That's a true coach. That not only is it smarter and more time efficient, you're being a true coach and helping those that follow you and giving them what they want you to give them, right? And knowing 100% that's what they want. So not only do I not come up with ideas, my content has, it cuts through more, right? So I build more relationship, I get more leads from it. Now, the third awesome piece of this, the survey siphon, the strategy of it, right, is you ask for their help. They fill out a 3-minute survey, and off the back of the survey, you say, thank you for filling out the survey and, you know, helping me. Now, to help you to make this, you know, win-win for both of us, and thank you for taking that time, I'd like to offer you a free 30-minute call, right? For example, to map out a specific plan just for you, see where you're at, look where you're looking to go, and map out a specific plan for you. And not all people will take this up, right? You say, as a way of saying thanks, I will offer this. Now, if you'd like that, you can click this link, you can go over to my calendar, you can book in a time. If you're not interested in that, that's totally cool. Thank you once again for giving me 2 minutes of your time, and I'm going to put out this content and answer what you want. So keep an eye out soon, right? And that keeps them engaged and looking out, right, for their answer to what they've asked me. But those that do have burning problems and want help, they'll book in a call. We get on the call, we map out a plan for them, and then from there you say, okay, cool, there's the plan. Amazing. You can execute yourself, and that's totally cool. Or alternatively, if you'd like my help, and you know, shortcutting the process, and I can give you all the one-on-one help through this is what I do, this is what my coaching is, and so that's what I get all my clients to do, right off the bat. They never have to come up with content ideas, right? They never have to waste time on that, so they can use their time more efficiently. They're going to have the best type of content, and they'll actually create directly leads and bookings and clients from that tactic. And then in the future, they'll get more and more as well, because their content's on point at speaking to the people who are most engaged and getting them most engaged as well. So hopefully that makes sense. It's like the best, simplest tactic possible. And simple and powerful is always the best. Complicated and powerful is no good for anyone. If you can get simple and powerful, right, it solves one action solves multiple things within your business. Today, tomorrow, next week, next month, because you don't have to come up with ideas and all that sort of stuff, then that is what business is about. That's what leverage is about. And that's why some people can get 10 times the results, the clients, the growth, than other people who are just sitting there spinning their wheels on thinking about stuff and content and getting drained from it when it's not necessary. All right, it's working smarter, not harder. So hopefully that makes sense. If you've got any questions whatsoever on any of that, or you would like the template on the survey siphon, literally the exact posts, the exact email, the exact questions to ask into the survey, how to put it out there the right way, I've got a free training on that. I've got a template on that as well. You can reach out to me, chris@tribefit.co is my direct email. You can go to our website, tribefit.co, if you for some reason can't email me, and there's contact forms in there, or you can send me a DM or a message on any of my socials. Hopefully that helps. Fast track, leverage, help you work smarter, not harder. And I highly recommend action those things today. Have an amazing day. And that's it from me. Bye for now.